Bakotunes Radio. Hey, Matt.
Hello, Terry.
Oh, yeah, you got Lester as well.
How you doing, Lester?
Man, you know what? I am Bakersfield.
Yeah. You are. So you guys are semi-regular visitors to Bakersfield, because I've seen you guys here going back to when Zapp 2 came out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the first time I saw you guys played at the Civic Auditorium here, and you guys opened up for Ready for the World. Blew them off the stage.
Well, hey, man, look, listen, Ready for the World was, hey, man, that was a wonderful time in our life and a wonderful time in our career. I do remember that. I remember coming here. I remember the tour. Headlining.
No, that was...
They were headlining.
Roger and you guys together as a unit were able to kind of perfect that perfect balance between, dance music, have all the dance songs, but the slow jams were equally as popular, if not more, when you look at the number of slow jams that became hits. I Want to Be Your Man, Computer Love, Slow and Easy, and then, as I mentioned, As We Lay also. What does it take to make the perfect slow jam?
Go ahead, Zapp. You can answer that first, then I'll go second.
Oh, I don't know, man. A lot of luck. you put that down. I mean, hey, man, that's a heck of a question, man. And the consistency. And I mean, I was not involved with the writing very much in those days. I was a lot, at a much lesser position. But it seemed like. My brothers, they were always talking about something, and most of the time positive when it came to slow songs. Mm-hmm. Well, As We Lay, I mean, I guess you could say that's positive, but most of them were positive.
Yeah.
and most of them were pretty.
Yeah.
The chords and stuff were pretty. Now after that. You on your own, Mr. What is it?
Munoz.
You on your own after that.
Well, do you remember, Roger was the primary songwriter of the band, but, I mean, watching him songwrite and kind of put his thoughts together to create these songs, what was it that you guys witnessed?
It was a lot of feeling, first of all, man, in all songs, when you was talking about the slow songs, it is the tempo, and it's the mood. You got to set the mood first of what you want the song to do. If you want the person to, you can print this, bump and grind. You want to, you want the person to feel happy, slow and happy. You want the person to feel depressed. You want the person to feel like coming out of the clothes. You set that beat, Mr. Tempo, and that's real, man. Because I'm a drummer, I'm telling you, it's real.
Yeah.
And you set the beat, and then you get the vibe right, you get the mood right, you get the vibe right, and then you lay down the bass, and then you put down the hook. You get them with the hook, slow and easy is the way I want to love you tonight.
Yeah.
And you was talking about computer love, computer, like computer love. You're talking about the song, what you want the woman to feel, if you will. That's what you're singing to. And you always got to sing to a woman. Well, that's California, so I better be cool with that.
Do you guys ever? Can you just imagine how many children have been conceived listening to Zapp and Roger music?
I tell you,
man, a bunch of them.
In California, I'm telling you, man, it has been so many. I've had quite a few people come to me and say, "Man, we named our son." Our son, More Bowser, our son, Computer, our daughter, Computer, our daughter's name, Zapp, man, and because our daughter was conceived on Computer Love, our son was complete, like, wow, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's right.
And I tell you, man, the most impressive, incredible thing to me is that I talk to fans, and I go and I'll meet somebody who's like 7 years old. It'd be a guy and his wife, and they'll have their 7-year-old son, and 7-year-old son will say, Lester, can I have your autograph? I give him my autograph. I said, what do you know about Zapp? He said, oh, man, I love computer. I love So Rough, So Tough. I love So Rough, So Tough. And then I talk to the parents, and they be like, hey, man, man, we grew up on your music. Our mothers and fathers listened to y'all stuff back in the day. And, I mean, these guys being like their 30s,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? That's amazing. And
it's
then I meet
timeless.
their parents.
It's timeless.
And then
it's timeless.
Then they bring their parents, and I'll meet their parents. And then, they'll be like, hey, man, this is my dad. My dad is an OG. And, and he's like, hey, man, his dad would get through this, man. We used to, the lowrider, man, we was doing the thing, man, the more about, I was like, oh, my goodness. I mean, hey, man, you got to understand this, man. This is like God. Capital G, capital O, capital D. It's serious, man. It is really, really serious. And sometimes when you sit and think about it, it's chilling, man, because you got like 3 generations, and then you got the 7-year-olds. This is true, man. I met this guy in L.A. I was actually at we were playing at a small club in San Pedro, and we were back in the dressing room after the show, and this guy came in there with his mom, and she was dancing up a storm, and she was like, had her like a 60 or 70, 65th birthday or something.
Yeah.
She was dancing up a storm. She was like, I love that. And he had his girlfriend, and I was like, talk to him, and I said, well, hey, man, we're going to be at the Art LeBeau show down in San Bernardino. I said, well, if you I gave you my numbers. If you like to come, man, it'd be like in about 8 months. Just call me. And the guy called me. And when he called me, I invited him to the show. His name is George.
Yeah.
George came to the show. When he came, he brought his girl, man, some of his friends. They flipped out. They loved the show. Mm-hmm. And then about the next year, he called me before we came. He said, man, can I bring my daughter? And I let him bring his. I said, sure. I invited his daughter and him and his wife, and they came. And his daughter was like 7 years old or 8 years old. And she came to the show, man, and he called me 2 years ago and told me that his daughter, and because I met her, I brought her backstage, and I met her, and his daughter did a book report. That's
awesome,
truth, man.
That's
and
wow.
So, hey, man, so like she's like 12 years old now. So, she's a fan. It's amazing. It's amazing, man. So, I didn't mean to take you down Joe's barn because I could talk all night long.
Oh no, that's totally cool. I appreciate that because I've been following you guys for so many years from all the original stuff to now. I've seen you guys numerous times. And I've always been curious. What do you guys think about today's R&B music? Because the Zapp and Roger sound with the boom clap. I mean that once that came out, that just kind of took over. That was it's kind of its own genre to me because it has that, people call it kind of the West Coast sound. It's that boom clap, but I mean it's the Zapp and Roger sound to me. Automatically, it's distinctive. It's a distinctive sound that you can pick out of any song. It's like, oh, they're just what do you think of today's R&B music?
Lester, I personally love it because these young kids or today's R&B, man, all they're doing is expressing themselves. Mm-hmm. That's all that we were doing back then was just expressing ourselves. And as my brother said earlier, with God's blessing, with his anointing and a little luck, mm-hmm. Hey, man, it turned into a cult, if you will. But I personally love it. I mean, the guys they are just expressing themselves. And, man, there I go with another story. We had a song, the song I Heard It Through the Grapevine.
Oh, yeah.
That song was recorded, Marvin Gaye did it, The Temptations did it, Gladys Knight did it, Cleveland's Clearwater Revival did it, right? Mm-hmm. And they were all -- records. 4 groups, they were all #1 records. And we did it. It was a #1 record. We played a show with Gladys Knight when that record had just reached #1. We played in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And when we got over to Chicago to play, we got finished performing, and Gladys came and she talked to us. She said, well, I really like this song. It's really, really different. It's really, really nice. But I tell you, man, imagine if we would have did this song like, because Gladys's version, Marvin's version, the Temptations version, even Cleveland's Clearwater, it was a rock group. Yeah. Theirs was all a dun 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 And what if we'd have did it? If Roger would have did it and did it the way that he heard it then, there would have been a fifth record like that. But because we put our twist and our own feel on it, and I was doing the swing, the swing hi hat. That was the whole hook. That and the down. It's like you said, the boom clap. That was through the record with the talk box,
Yeah.
And that was different. And because we were able to express ourselves and the people loved it and they embraced it, it was then a hit. But it didn't slight Gladys in any way. And she was nice enough, man. It was a very nice lady. And she, she said, that was a great song that y'all did. It's a great arrangement. So, I'm saying the same thing to these young guys, man. Hey, that's all real, man. Do your thing. Express yourself.
Absolutely,
Express yourself. I think it's a wonderful thing.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful thing.
Some
of it I don't quite understand, but
well, like I said, it's a very distinctive sound that you guys can really call your own. When did that boom clap sound? Because it's really about the beat, and then of course the top box. But you guys completely changed the sound of R&B when you guys came out with that. What's the origin of that sound?
Hey, that's paragraph 3, ain't it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's paragraph 3 in chapter 7 of the book. Let me see. Yeah, man. Come on, why are you laughing, man? Come on.
I'm not speaking as just a journalist, but I am a hardcore Zapp and Roger fan. I go way back with you guys, so I'm really curious because I saw the unsung. I was really blown away when I saw that because there's a lot of different sides to the story. Seeing how you guys have kind of built a little entertainment empire. And how many live shows do you guys do a year now?
Man, I love this guy. Zapp, he asked about 3 questions.
Yeah, he's got it up. Yeah, sure.
Let's see. The first question you answered was, how did we get this sound, the big sound?
Yeah.
We were only emulating what was popular at the time, which was George Clinton, and we were blessed to be in the studio. When Bootsy came and he came, this is true. He came to Cincinnati. He saw us in a nightclub, and he called us up and asked us if we were recording and if we wanted to. We said yeah. And he took us to Detroit to meet George. We got there. He was our George Clinton man, and he took us to the studio and we started recording. And he had the big hand claps, flashlight. And,
oh yeah, that's true.
Had a roof off the corner, and we was just emulating him. He went in and he showed us the formula. We tried to do it his way. And the first few records that we did, the hand claps were kind of tiny and small, and just really funny sounding. And we just kept working with it until we got it. Roger was the man, the producer, man. But he got it tight. He got the stuff jumping off the way it is, the way the sound on the records. And listen, man, we just put the hand claps and that funk in there, and it was kids today think that those songs were made with the MPC 60 or the with Pro Tools or with the VS 1680 or whatever the newest, or what do they call it? What is the new record? Golly, Radar. What is the stuff called now that they record with?
Hey man, Pro Tools is the last one I heard about.
Yeah, well, it's Pro Tools. They think it's Pro Tools and
you mean Reasons?
Yeah, Reasons, and they think it's all that stuff. Man, that was all what we call blood and meat, man. That was, the drums. That was, they said, man, I know that was a drum machine that y'all use on More Bounce. No, that was me, on the bass drum with a squeaky Speed King bass pedal, and wood chips all around the floor at the end of the session. That's all meat from the drums, and then the hand claps was all guys sitting around clapping. And back then the tapes ran. The tapes were they were 15-minute tapes on 30 IPS, which is 30 inches per second. But we recorded at 15 IPS to save tape. And we had to record, instead of doing 15 minutes, we had to record like 30 minutes clapping your hands.
Oh,
come on, man. That was all, it was all, and the bass, it wasn't loops. It wasn't, take a sample of the bass of this part. It wasn't nothing like that, man. It was all like recording and singing the whole song down. Wasn't no copy and paste. It wasn't, that didn't happen. So it was all real. So the sound was like human. It wasn't a machine. It's us. It was us, man.
Oh, it's amazing. How many live shows do you guys do a year now?
Well, we have 150 maybe.
Yeah.
100, 150. We're slowing down a little bit. We got about 150 shows maybe.
What's the farthest you guys tour? Do you guys mainly stay in the States, or do you guys ever go to Europe and stuff, Asia?
That's funny, man. Before, when he played first, we go we may go over to Modesto. That's about as far as we go, man. Bakersfield, Modesto.
That's pretty far.
Yeah.
Wow, that's halfway across the world.
We might get down to L.A. Man, we go all over the world. We go everywhere, man. Japan.
Yeah.
See, we were in a place called Diego Garcia, which is the middle of the Indian Ocean. My God, Europe, Paris. We've been in the what was that, French Riviera, London.
Is that still today, or do you guys
Germany?
still?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Germany, Austria. Let me see, Italy. They like they funk too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yesterday we were all shocked. I was shocked with the death of Don Cornelius.
My God. Oh Lord.
What do you guys had to have known Don over the years, and I got to meet him once, and he was a very nice man. But what do you think about this? Is this a really big shock?
Yeah, I was definitely shocked. I never would have thought that he would take his own life, man, especially at an age like that. So, I'm not really sure why he did it, but, I was definitely shocked. And, actually I haven't even thought about, had time to reflect on, what Don Cornelius meant to the industry, man. I haven't even really thought about it yet, but, it's probably more than we can imagine how big that guy was,
How many times did you guys do Soul Train?
When Computer Love was out, we did that. We did Computer Love and a song called Itching, and then we did it again with Shirley Murdoch. We did a song Living for the City. It was only 2 times a week that we recorded. But Don Cornelius, man, he was very king, man. He was really, really a nice guy. He was cool. He was an OG, man. That guy was smooth as silk. And man, the first time I met him, we stayed up there, and they did. You introduce yourself, he put the mic and introduce yourself. Man, I was shaking like a leaf. I was like, man, I'm on Soul Train. Golly. Hey, man, and then he asked the questions, and he started talking about our studio at the time. He's like, yeah, and there's a place on the corner of Salem and Catawba down in the hood in Dayton. And the place is Dayton View, and I was like, man, this guy knows us. And he started talking, man. He started reciting stuff. I was like, man, this is unreal. Yeah. And then when we went back again, it was like he just gave us the green light, man. It was just beautiful. It was beautiful, man. The guy was a class act. With him being gone, man, I go to a barbershop, and the barbershop, some days they sit in there and he has the Soul Train. They have the Soul Train on this station. I think it's called Centrum or something like that. Mm-hmm. And they show the episodes, man. And all the people would be in the barbershop. They'd be like freaking out, man, because the stuff that he's doing is coming back now. It's coming. It's serious, man.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Don Cornelius, man, he was a trendsetter. Imagine that, man.
Yeah,
You talk about us. You talk about us setting the trend, us having a sound. That guy was on it. He was the real live man. And God bless Don's soul, man, and God bless his family. I didn't know his family, but God bless him, man. God bless him.
Yeah.
We're going to miss him.
Oh, absolutely.
He was a real, as we say in the group, he was a real boy, man.
Yeah, right on.
Okay,
right
yeah,
on.
he was.
A real boy.
Yeah.
Now that's a real icon there.
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
icon. We a little bitty ants in the pond, but that guy was for real though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And let me get one more question. Thank you so much for all your time. You guys have been really.
Really one more. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
It's gonna be about 5 questions in one.
Hey, I can't help it. I'm a little excited talking to you guys. You guys are some of my idols.
Okay.
What are you guys going to be performing at the show? How much from the catalog?
No, we're not telling that, man.
Very little. Very little. Look.
Yeah, tell them that. Yeah, tell them that we decline to answer that. You can write that in there. Tell them that we said that the members of Zapp said buy a ticket and then you'll find out.
Okay.
No, Art LeBeau told us, he said, look, listen, guys, you know, when you come here, you be coming and you be doing all that dancing and all that spinning and all that, you know. He wants us, came from Art LeBeau.
Yeah.
We've got to do all of the versions of the songs in elevator music. So we're coming with the string quartet. We'll have our tuxedos. Come on, man, you laugh. We're going to have our tuxedos on, and we'll be doing the string quartets of the versions of Do I Did It, you know. I said I want to blow. Why you laughing, man? What's up?
Oh, I believe you guys might actually attempt to do that. I have seen you guys come out with the big guy with wearing the diaper.
Yeah, that was, hey, man, that was in our Alter Ego days, man, you know.
I think I've met Lester. I think I've met you a couple times because let me see, Zapp came back over to Bakersfield once with Cameo and the Mary Jane Girls over at the Fox Theater, and I was actually on the sound crew for that one. It was a long time ago, and I remember sitting with you guys in the audience in the back, and a Cameo was on the stage. You guys are actually cracking up at the stage. You guys are actually laughing at Cameo.
Why?
I don't know, I was sitting next to you guys. I said, man, this is awesome, man. I'm standing next to Zapp and Roger, and they're kind of laughing at Cameo up there on the stage.
Oh, God.
Wow.
It's just a personal memory.
We weren't laughing. We had, stomachs was hurting, and we were getting over.
All right.
Oh, man. Oh, God, I remember. I remember that. But we wasn't laughing at them. It was just, the sound was just taking a long time. That's what it was. We were just laughing about that.
Yeah, it was one of those really late nights, and I remember Cameo was still sporting. He was still sporting the cod piece, and I thought, well, maybe you guys are like, man, these guys need to put the cod piece down and move on or something.
The cod piece. Wow. Yeah. What you call it, the cod piece?
Yeah, the old school Cameo cod piece. Yeah.
Oh, that red one.
Yeah, right, the cock piece.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. You guys be safe, and we'll see you back over here in Bakersfield.
All right.
Hey, man, we'll be there. Listen, man, make the interview exciting, man. Don't have us in there looking like.
No. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. Guaranteed. I wouldn't do you like that. I won't do you like that. I'll make sure it's hot.
Maybe.
There'll be no pauses in between. It'll be hot from beginning to end. Guaranteed.
Yeah,
Extra bounce.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time.
Oh, you got it. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, then. All right, then. Later.
So